Morning, Mr. Brittas.
Morning, Colin.
If you're wondering what's in the boxes, it's the doves.
They're all white doves this time, are they?
Every one of them, white as the driven snow.
You're right. It's just we had a couple of brown ones at rehearsal yesterday.
Yes, they kept tagging on, so I wrung their necks. Yes, these are the real thing. Doves of peace and very experienced. They did Live Aid at Wembley.
Good.
One other thing, Mr. Brittas.
What is it, Colin?
I was wondering if you'd care to inspect the eternal flame.
Not right now, thanks, Colin.
Technical question, then. When the eternal flame is lit at the ceremony, how eternal do you want it?
Colin, we've been through this before. Whitbury World Peace and Hunger Week goes on till Friday. The flame burns till Friday.
Wilco! Eternal till Friday it is, then.
Ben, Mummy knows best. I've told you can run to the back of the cupboard as fast as you like. It's not going to fly.
Morning, Carol.
Oh, welcome to a new town letter. How can I help you, Miss Brittas?
All ready for the big day, Carol? We are, of course, relying on you for the smooth running of this important day, Carol. So I want your announcements on time, all right?
Yes, Miss Brittas.
This is an alarm clock. Point taken?
Yes, Miss Brittas. Just one thing. Today is for children, isn't it, Miss Brittas?
That's right, Carol, yes. It's a day for the children of Whitbury to come together for world peace and have some fun as well.
Why haven't Ben and the twins been invited, Miss Brittas?
I think you know why, Carol.
If I make them promise not to bite anyone, Miss Brittas.
Carol.
I can confiscate Ben's knife.
Carol, I do not want another situation where the coaches turn up and the children are too frightened to debus. Do you?
No, Miss Brittas. Oh, just one thing. There's a message. It says, if you want to have any more babies, you'll have to have them with somebody else. It's from Mrs. Brittas.
You sure about the wording, Carol?
Yes, Miss Brittas.
Well, that's strange. Mrs. Brittas was in perfectly good spirits when I left the house this morning. She was eating burnt toast and laughing. More accuracy, please, Carol. And you're late for the first announcement.
Yes. Hello. There's going to be a staff meeting in 8 minutes. Well, sort of 7-ish minutes. Sorry. Bye, thank you.
So, the high point of this very important day will be 1400 hours when representatives from the youth organisations of Whitbury will link arms symbolically around the leisure centre in support of Whitbury World Peace and Hunger Week.
I've got a problem with that, Mr. Brittas.
Have you, Tim?
Oh, yes. World Peace and Hunger. We're supporting peace and hunger, are we?
What?
So we're on the side of both, yeah?
Naturally.
No, you don't understand.
Oh, I see what he means, Mr. Brittas. It should be peace and plenty, and we're for it.
Or war and hunger, and we're against it.
You can't be both.
It is logical, Miss
Look, we've had 5,000 leaflets printed, plus Colin's banner on the roof. They all say peace and hunger. That's the way it's staying, all right? Now, the children linking arms symbolically around the centre will go boy, girl, boy, girl,
No,
boy,
they
girl.
won't.
What?
I had a phone call first thing. The Cubs won't touch the brownies.
Julie, what are you burbling about? They're children. They do what they're told.
Well, that's the thing they've been told not to by the scoutmaster. Now, he runs the bread shop, right? And he caught some of the brownies stealing his ice boxes.
All right. Let's not have a discussion round the toadstool, please. Thank you. Now, what happens next? Anyone?
I arrived with the Olympic torch, Mr. Brittas.
Exactly! With a television crew in attendance, the Olympic torch comes back from the town hall, held aloft symbolically by Linda. The Olympic torch then lights the eternal flame, which represents the fire of human endeavour burning forever.
It's gone out.
What has, Colin?
The flame, Mr. Brittas, the eternal flame.
It's not supposed to be a light yet.
I was rehearsing it.
Later, Colin, sit down, please.
Yes, but if it's meant to be eternal, Mr. Brittas.
Sit down, please, Colin.
Yes, Mr. Brittas.
Right, now, once the eternal flame is lit...
With a much bigger nozzle, possibly.
Possibly, Colin, yes. I shall release the doves and then say a few words for the cameras. We will then hold hands silently for as long as seems appropriate. Right, Gavin, let's hear about some of the exciting events leading up to 1400 hours.
Yes, Mr. Brittas. Well, the sponsored swim is due to start in 10 minutes' time in the children's pool. Carol will be making regular announcements so we can all move smoothly between the charity swimathon, the squashathon, the trampolinathon, and the badminton.
Thon. Right. Julie, can't it wait?
No. I was just wondering what a trampolinathon has got to do with world peace.
Gavin, put her right.
Well, on the face of it, nothing much.
Exactly, nothing at all to the unimaginative, Julie. But you know, and I know, that without the money raised by the sponsored trampolinathon, we won't be able to afford the postage on our old vaulting horses, which we're sending to Zaire.
You've put me down to organise a solarium-thon and a saunathon. I can't.
Beyond your powers, is it, Mrs. Bidmead?
If you stay in a sauna too long, you pass out. And if you stay in a solarium too long, you cook.
Cook. Now, cooking reminds me, let's not forget the hunger lunch.
Oh, yes, that's Tim and Linda to start buttering the bread.
Right, so, let's go, please.
What, all that lot?
Are you against world hunger, Tim?
Well, of course I am.
We'll get butter in then.
Hello. All staff allocated to areas A, B, G, H, and N. Would they please go to their starting positions, please? Thank you.
I think it would strike a real blow for peace.
With the best will in the world, Colin, I don't think hanging warmongers from a gibbet on the roof...
In effigy, Mr. Brittas. Hanging warmongers in effigy. And they'd all be wearing masks like Adolf Hitler, Attila the Hun.
It's still hanging, Colin, and there's going to be some young children watching.
We could burn them then. Kids love that on Guy Fawkes.
No.
Oh, Ben, please stop pulling. Mummy's doing her best. And when you pull, it spoils everything. Now, Ben, please. Oh, welcome to Whitby Newtown Leisure Centre. How may I help you, Miss Grace?
You can't, Carol.
I'm sorry, is it something deeply personal?
No. It's my life.
What is, Miss Grace?
This tangle. And it's all my fault.
No, it's Ben's. It's kite string. You know what it's like. You get one little bit of...
Do you think this would take my weight?
Sorry.
Have you got a beam somewhere in your sauna place or a good stout hook I could get this string over?
What, Mrs. Bidmead?
Hang on a minute.
Oh, Ben, darling, look how marvellous.
So, you'll be standing here, Mr. Brittas, giving your speech. The
Right.
children will be there.
Well back.
Exactly. And when Linda comes in to light the eternal flame, and as she leans forward with her torch, you just slide your hand down.
Slide my hand down where, Colin?
Down the microphone. Go on, slide it, Mr. Brittas. And as she leans in with her torch, you just press the switch and...
Why'd it do that?
I've installed a discreet pilot light in the bowl, Mr. Brittas. In case the torch goes out on the way over, there might be a shower of rain, a child spitting. I try to think of everything.
Can I go now, Colin?
It's not quite as simple as that, Mr. Brittas. It's the night time I'm worried about, what with the nuisance and that.
What are you talking about, Colin?
It's the local lads, Mr. Brittas, on the way home from the wheat sheaf. They seem to be drawn by the bowl to commit a nuisance. I certainly found traces of nuisance this morning.
What do you want me for?
Well, I was hoping with your permission to increase the nozzle size. Now, it'll cost a little bit more in gas.
Just do it, Colin.
Good, because I think the increased heat will act as a deterrent and force the lads to keep back, out of range.
If you'll just excuse me, Colin, I've got people to see, things to... What's this doing here?
That's the power line for the sound system, Mr. Brittas. The plastics for the doves, in case they fly into it. Good thinking, eh, Mr. Brittas?
Colin.
I've missed something, haven't I?
We're having a children's party, aren't we?
Yes, Mr. Brittas.
What do we have at children's parties, Colin?
Ice cream, jellies, crisps, being sick.
No, Colin. Clowns on stilts, doing juggling, 10 feet high, not looking where they're going. Put it higher, Colin.
Yes, Mr. Brittas.
We cannot have a strangulated stilt walker. How's that going to look on an insurance form? Do it.
There it was, in black and white. Dear madam, your twins are ugly.
Come along, the nurse didn't say that, and you know
They
it.
failed the audition, didn't they?
It was only to be in some silly nappy commercial.
It's all my fault. My bottom's always been too big. And their bottoms break after mine.
Stop blaming yourself, Mrs. Brittas. Blame the advertising agency. Blame United Nappies.
They can reject my children and there's nothing I can do about it.
Well, at least you're starting to blame the right people. Right, left, the chairman.
Oh, what good would that do?
Well, it might make you feel better.
All right, I will. I'll tell him his children are ugly and his wife's got a big bottom and I never liked his nappies anyway.
Well, don't make it too rude. Or his secretary will just tear it up and he'll never see it.
Oh, we'll see it. All right, VD clinic, personal and private on the front.
All this lot is a hunger lunch. Obesity lunch, more like.
They won't put that flame out now.
What's that?
I've increased the size of the nozzle, and I'm going to put a warning notice up in the wheat sheaf. That's the effigy of a warmonger, Tim. But Mr. Brittas won't allow it.
Has he got something against Saddam Hussein?
Can I give you a hand?
What have you been doing in those gloves?
Just running a little toilet duck around the Olympic bowl, Tim.
Well, go and wash your hands and then you can stand and watch.
Just a bit more, come on. Go on, keep going, nearly there. 59, well done, Kevin.
How's it going, Kevin?
Great, well, Kevin there's just done 59, and the little one over there is on her 83rd, and Monica, she's on her 133rd.
She's wading. You see that, Gavin? That child's feet are on the bottom. Oi, you, stop that!
She can't swim, Mr. Brittas.
Well, what's she doing in a swim-a-thon then?
She wanted to join in, it's for charity, so she's wading.
Well, she can wait till we have a wade-a-thon. And he didn't touch the end.
No? Oh, well, it's the spirit of the thing, isn't it, Mr. Brittas?
It is not the spirit of the thing, Gavin. People have paid good money for a job to be done, a length to be swum. Whistle. Right, everyone out of the pool, please, immediately. And would the parents of the children who've been cheating come over here now, please? We're going to have to start the whole thing again.
Oh, hell, these ones are buttered on both sides. No wonder we're not getting anywhere.
It's that time of the month again. Pay slips.
Here we go, news of fresh deductions.
This is a bit fat.
Oh, yeah, you've got a leaflet on foot hygiene and a thing about windscreen replacements. And next month, you get an Innovations magazine.
What's this 10%? He's taken 10% from my basic. Charity deduction means... what does that mean?
It's for Mr. Brittas' campaign to send our old rowing machines to drought-stricken areas of the Third World.
Yes, but he can't just axe 10% without even asking.
Oh, we all agreed.
I think it was a most imaginative idea, Tim. I'm surprised he can't recall it.
He wasn't there.
Where wasn't I?
Oh, when we had the meeting, you were out buying those leather trousers. No other time would do for some reason. I had to lie and say you had the flu.
But what did you all agree for? I mean, it's 10%.
It's only for 1 week, Tim.
Those hill tribesmen are in desperate need, Tim. Evidently, the nearest war bars are in Johannesburg.
You never told me.
I didn't want to spoil the fun you were having with your new trousers.
Yes, but 10%!
It's only £19, Tim.
What's 19 pounds? Do you mean to say you get paid £190 a week?
Yes. Don't you?
No, I don't. I get paid less than you do. Do you realise that Linda gets paid more than the rest of us? You all get paid more than me, don't you?
I wouldn't read too much into that if I were you, Tim. In my experience, often the least paid are the most highly valued.
I can't believe this. I get paid less than the rest of you, and you agree behind my back to give half of my wages away.
Look on the bright side, Tim. Because we earn more, our 10% is more than yours is.
Exactly. And I'm not going to put up with it anymore. I'm going to go out there, I'm going to make him give me the extra money, or I'm going to beat his head in.
I don't think that's entirely appropriate, Tim. Not in Whitbury World Peace Week.
Get out of my way, Colin.
Don't be silly, Tim.
Oh, silly. I'm silly, that's what I am I? Well, I'll show you all who's silly.
Take one step towards me, Tim, and I swallow this key.
OK, that's the way you want it.
What are you doing, Tim?
We're all going to sit here and wait for Mr. Brittas to come.
Hello, staff. The Badathon has been cancelled due to lack of support. Could everyone please go to the car park for the Bouncy Castleathon? Thank you.
Are you sure you wouldn't like that outside?
Please, Mrs. Bitme, don't mention OUT. Ben's happy. If he thinks he's got to go OUT, he'll put his head down his sleeping bag for weeks.
Mrs. Brittas.
Oh, I feel wonderful.
Mrs. Brittas, I thought you were a bit down in the mouth, but suddenly you're all up in the mouth.
I feel as if a whole weight had been lifted from me. Black and white. That's how everything seemed this morning. But now birds are singing, kites are flying. What's that kite doing up there?
It's Ben's. What have you been up to? You were meant to write a letter.
Yeah, I know I was, but then I had a much better idea and I got such a buzz out of doing it.
Doing what?
Now I know how terrorists feel.
What have you done, Miss Brittas?
Come on, Tim, open the door. It's not going to make any difference.
Nobody's going anywhere. We're waiting for Brittas.
You've got to let us go, Tim. There are hundreds of people out there depending on us.
No, there aren't. There'll be about 20. And most of those are only here because they think it's a car boot sale.
Oh, look, Tim, come on.
Hit me, Linda.
What?
Hit me as hard as you can with this. Go on.
Are you sure, Colin?
Yes. And in the ensuing confusion, I'll get to the telephone. Go on. Hit me.
You
poison them?
Yes, United Nappies make everything. Soap powder, margarine, blackcurrant juice.
You put poison in the blackcurrant juice?
It's not poison, Carol, just a bit of laxative.
How many bottles did you do?
Oh, lots. Mr. Said's corner shop had loads stacked up round the back.
Mrs. Brittas, you've got to go straight back and tell him.
No, I'm going to let the newspapers do that. You wait, it'll be splashed across the headlines. Then see what happens to United Nappies shares. We'll see whose twins are ugly then.
Oh, Mrs. Brittas, laxative in the blackcurrant juice. Just think about the children.
And the corner shop? What happens to Mr. Said and his reputation?
Oh dear, I never thought of that. And he was so nice when I bought all the laxative. He said he hoped I'd feel better soon. Not to operate heavy machinery.
You have got to go straight back and tell him what you've done before he puts the bottles in the shop.
Why am I such a fool? I'm always getting things wrong.
Well, do something right.
But she thought that one length was 50 metres.
So it is in the big pool.
Well, she thought he'd only managed to swim one length. She didn't know you were going to be doing it in the little pool.
She put down £1 a length and signed it.
But it's only 5 metres long. He swum 126 lengths already.
127?
Well, she hasn't got 127 pounds. She hasn't got 127 pounds in the world.
I hear what you're saying, Mrs. Norman. If only it were in my power. But unfortunately, once signed, this sponsorship form becomes a legal document.
Well, she can't pay.
In a court of law, she may be compelled to. The World Peace Campaign may be obliged to distrain upon her goods. I hope it doesn't come to a prison sentence.
Mr. Brittas, it's so awful. I've had Colin on the phone.
Stop right there, please, Carol. Shoes off. Now, what do you wish to say to me, Carol?
He said he couldn't talk very loudly because he was afraid of reprisals. He said he was being held in the staff room against his will.
Who is this, Carol?
Colin!
Colin? What's he doing in the staff room? He's supposed to be down at the face painting doing whiskers.
I don't know. He was cut off before he could finish. It sounded like something blunt. But he said he was being held hostage, and would I let you know?
Hostage?
3 of them.
Patrick, yellow alert, please. Set up a command post down by the playpen and evacuate the building. And watch that senior citizen. She owes us money. Carol, follow me.
Why did you have to hit him?
He was going for the phone.
But I'd already hit him.
It's all right, I could take it. I got through to Mr. Brittas, and he'll know what to do.
Give the coded message, Carol.
Yes, Mr. Brittas. What is it, Mr. Brittas?
Yellow alert, hostiles within the perimeter. And get that kite down.
Yes. Hello, staff message. Yellow alert, yellow alert. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Carol, handbag.
What?
Handbag.
What are you going to do, Mr. Brittas?
I'm going to do 2 things, Carol. I'm going to keep calm, and I'm going to gain their confidence. It's what we were taught.
Have you been trained, Mr. Brittas?
2 residential weekends and a lunchtime refresher. I'm going to look through the keyhole. It's Saddam Hussein.
Saddam Hussein?
I only got a brief glimpse, Carol, but I recognise that face anywhere. Saddam Hussein here.
Well, he shouldn't be. He hasn't got a ticket. He don't get past me, Mr. Brittas.
Don't blame yourself, Carol, but I will need backup. Get the police, the paramedics. Get the SAS. Hello?
Hello?
My name is Gordon Brittas. You can call me Gordon. I wish to speak with your leader, please.
It's me, Gordon. Tim.
Oh, Tim. Good lad. How many of them are there?
How do you mean?
2, 3?
There's 3 of them, and they all get more money than I do.
Try not to talk nonsense, Tim. Look, just keep calm. We're going to get you out of there.
No, you won't get me out of here. Not until you pay me the same as Linda. I do just as much work as she does. I do just as much for this place, and it's not fair. And I'm not going to give 10% of my basic for your bloody press-ups for peace.
Right, those are your demands. What do the Iraqis want?
Yeah, still a bit queasy in the mornings. Lovely. Right, bye.
Stupid woman. Where is everyone, Julie? There's no one in the canteen.
I don't know.
Oh, what's a yellow alert? I know green is bubonic plague and orange is someone without a verruca sore.
Okay, here we are. A code yellow shall be declared when the grounds or airspace of the leisure centre have been violated by persona or persona non grata or something, and member or members of the staff are being held hostage.
What are we supposed to do?
I have to put the kettle on.
Look, Tim, I want to be your friend.
Oh, you can be my friend, Mr. Brittas, if you pay me more money. And give me back my 10%.
Not now, Carol.
Yes, Miss Brittas, I've called the police, the army, and the ambulance.
We don't need them now, Carol. It's only Tim.
Ah, good, because they said they're not coming. And Sergeant Curtis said if it was the Iraqis, he'd hope they'd kill you.
Thank you, Carol. Look, Tim, I've got a TV crew arriving in half an hour.
Well, I'm not coming out.
Sooner or later, you are going to get hungry. I could starve you out, you know.
Not with all this bread and cheese, you can't.
Tim, can I speak to one of the hostages, please?
Here's your tea.
Oh, Julie, downgrade from yellow alert to brown alert, please.
Now, the terrorists take sugar.
Just give him the money, Mr. Brittas. It'd make my life easier.
Gavin, think. I cannot set a precedent. If I surrender to terrorism just once...
Gordon?
Not now, my love.
Gordon, can I borrow your chequebook?
Keep back, my darling. There is, in fact, a cordon around me.
Your chequebook, Gordon, where
I
is it?
don't have it on me at this present moment in time.
Well, where is it?
It's actually in my blazer in the staff room, my sweet.
Well, get it then.
Tim, do you think under a flag of truce you could pass me out my chequebook, please?
No.
Open this door!
My darling, our hostage negotiations with Tim have reached a very delicate stage.
When do you come out? I'll get him out for you.
I cannot let an untrained amateur...
My mother was exactly the same. They never realise, do they? Even years later, you still feel that hurt, don't you?
I don't know why I'm telling you all this, Mrs. Brittas, but you're right. And if anyone's ever angry, it's like my mother. All over again, and I'm in the kitchen making a mess trying to cook and she...
Tim, do you know what I want to do? I want to touch you. I want to put a comforting hand on your shoulder, if we could even touch fingers. But we can't through this door, can we? Couldn't you open it up?
I can't.
No, I understand, but hang on a second. I've got some string here. I could make a little loop and push it under the door to you, and then I'll make another loop at my end, and we'll put our fingers through, and we'll feel the vibrations. It'll be as if we're touching. Have you got it?
Yes.
Now put your finger through. There. You see? We're touching. It feels good, doesn't it?
Oh, yes.
Very impressive, if I may say so, Mrs. Brittas.
There's a trickle under Samaritans. What do you want us to do with him, Mr. Brittas?
Leave him, Linda. It'll be no trouble now. Get your Olympic torch and go down to the town hall, please. Carol, let me know when the television crew arrive, please.
Yes,
Gavin, get the hunger lunch outside.
Yes, Mr.
Colin,
I'll see the doves.
then double-check the banner on the roof, please. Julie, get my diary. Want to organise some counselling sessions for Mr. Whistler.
So, Mr. Said made you pay for the bottles?
No, I'm buying them myself.
You mean you didn't tell him what you did?
Oh, I couldn't have told him. He just thought I was awful.
So you bought all the poison bottles?
Well, not just the poison ones, Penny. A very good discount. Hello.
Could I just remind you all that we are going to be on television, on the local news. So, mums, could we have the better-looking children at the front and the uglier ones at the back?
Mr. Brittas, she just passed the bus station, Mr. Brittas.
Right, all hold hands, please, all hold... Why is no one eating the bread and cheese, Gabby?
Well, apparently they all ate before they came, Mr. Brittas.
Right, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl. are you the mother of this child?
Yes.
Is it a boy or a girl?
Girl.
Well, I'm afraid she's going to have to be a boy for today, and don't worry, no one will notice on television with ears like that.
Linda's here!
Right, positions, everyone, please. Positions, please.
What are you doing, Tim? Brittas must go. You can't do that. Someone might see it.
Everyone's going to see it. It's going to be on television.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of a Whitbury, if you'd like to look over in the direction of the electricity substation, you will see our athlete bearing the Olympic torch. She will first circle the leisure centre in a symbolic lap, and then she will ignite the eternal flame symbolising the beginning of Whitbury World Peace and Hunger Week.
You want a hand?
Now, if I could divert your attention upwards to where in a few moments our official banner will be unfurled.
There's two blokes fighting over there.
Quick, everyone, look over here. Gavin, do the doves.
But what about Linda, Mr. Britt? Linda's got to light the flame.
Never mind, Linda, I'll do the flame, do the doves.
Look, children, birdies!
And the eternal flame is lit. Don't look, children. Close your eyes and hold hands. In many ways, it was more than I dared hope for.
You planned to electrocute that many?
That was unfortunate, Julie. What? You in your bed, my darling. You're supposed to be unconscious.
Hello, Julie. Do you know, this started off as one of my really bad days, but after that shock, I really don't feel depressed at all. Can we go home now, Gordon? We can have more babies if you like.
I think, my love, you have to stay in for observation.
Oh, I've seen as much as I want to see. I'm just going to say goodbye to the woman in the next bed. Right.
You see, there's a positive side to everything, Julie.
Nobody's dead, I suppose.
You're missing the point, Julie. They're coming together. People are talking. People who've never spoken to each other in their lives before are holding hands and whispering in intensive care. I think that's something we should be proud of.
Yeah, well, I can't hang about here. Now, don't go doing anything else we can be proud of, will you?
Nah, good girl, Julie. Oh, nurse, I had an extra large delivery today at the leisure centre of black currant juice. I thought I might have it dropped round here to cheer up the children. All right?